fun tubing?
Oh, yeah. We used to do it when I was a kid. Right outside our backyard. There were these kind of cliffs
Right.
by our house, and they weren't like rocky cliffs or anything. They were just all dirt mounds. But we used to do that. We used to get an inner tube and go down the hills, or my dad would pull us around on a four-wheeler.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, he'd tie the inner tube behind him and take us around, and that was a lot of fun. So, but she really, really was interested in skiing, so we thought to keep the momentum going, we put her in a half-day lesson on Sunday.
Okay.
And since she had been there the day before and she did so well, she actually got a private lesson, which we had only paid for a regular lesson.
Oh, that's awesome.
So she warmed up for like 15 minutes on what they called the magic carpet, just to kind of warm her up. And
Okay. Is that like the bunny slope?
It's smaller than the bunny slope, but it's kind of like that strip, that moving strip at like the
Okay, yes.
DIA or some kind of airport where you just step on and it takes you to the next terminal or what
Right.
have you. But it's kind of the same idea, except for it takes the little kids up the slope, just just this small little section, just so they could go at the top of a little hill and then learn how to come down.
Okay.
But it's a lot smaller than the bunny slopes.
Okay.
So she learned on that, or she warmed up on that, went to the bunny slopes, and then probably an hour left of her lesson, they went up the big hill, and she skied the whole way down.
Like a green?
Yep.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, she had a lot of fun. She got worn out, and
I bet.
Yeah.
I know. I'm exhausted. I haven't gone in many years. You're a snowboarder.
yes, yeah,
I haven't tried that, but skiing scares the bejesus out of me.
really. I heard it was easier than snowboarding. That's why I want to try
That's
that
what I
next
hear.
time. Yeah.
That's what I hear. But I hear that it's an adjustment when you're used to snowboarding.
Oh, I would imagine.
Like, it's easier to start with skiing and then move to snowboarding, but it's two totally different worlds. But I got comfortable one day on the green slopes, and then the people I were with, they were like, yeah, let's go do blue. And I'm like, I don't think so. And as I'm riding the chairlift up, I'm like, this is a long way. This is very steep. And it was the last day that Breckenridge was open, so it
Okay.
wasn't soft snow.
You're right. That's how it was this weekend, too.
And I was just, I had to ride the chairlift down. It was quite embarrassing.
Yeah, I would be embarrassed, too.
And that was 5 years ago, so I haven't been back.
Really.
Yeah, I'm kind of lame. I live in Colorado and I don't ski.
Well, it's if you're not comfortable with it, then why spend the money?
Right. It's
Why-
an expensive sport.
We went up on Saturday, and I think we did 4 runs.
Oh, wow. That's not bad.
It was okay. My husband wanted to do 6. He's really good at skiing. But my legs were so tired after the second run, so then we went down, and his uncle lives in Granby,
Okay, that's nice.
and he can't ski right now because he just had surgery on his shoulder probably less than 6 months ago. So he's out for a year at least.
Oh, no.
But since we were in town and we don't go up there very often, he was just kind of hanging around the ski ranch. So we went out and, hung out with him for quite a bit of the day, just because he had come. And they bought a lot of the trip for us.
Oh, that's awesome.
My husband's turning 30 tomorrow, so I think they were trying to package Christmas and birthday together. So they spent a lot of money, so, we felt more than okay with just hanging out with them, too.
Right.
It was nice, though, like spending the day in the ski lodge. I can understand why moms will just
Yes, that's
sit there in
what
the
I
warmth.
like.
And
Yeah, it's nice, it's warm, it's cozy, and there's typically a bar there.
yeah. And there was.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you partake?
Yeah, I had a Bloody Mary on Sunday. And then I had just a couple beers, probably. Not very much, but
Well,
it
that's
was nice.
awesome that you got to relax and enjoy some Colorado fun.
Right.
All right, it's time for Woman Crush of the Week. Are you ready?
I think so.
Why do you seem intimidated? Come on, Natty.
I guess this week I'm actually gonna try and shoot for a celebrity, so.
Yay!
I don't know
I
if
feel
I'm
like I'm
gonna
the
do it
only
so
one.
well.
I'm the only one that does celebrities. Everyone's like awesome, normal people that they know, and I don't know. I feel like I
You
almost
don't have enough awesome women in your life?
No, I have amazing women in my life. Amazing women. But I feel like if I pick one, the others might feel left out.
Oh, well.
I almost did a real person this week, and I was like, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Aw.
Is that weird?
No.
Okay.
It's not. It's just kind of weird for me to be like, I totally have this crush on this celebrity that I don't know if they're really actually a cool person or not. They could just, you know, that's just kind of my
tool. Yeah,
right.
I gotcha. So who's your person this week? Hello?
Dead air. Okay, so I went with Lena Dunham.
Okay.
She is the creator of the show Girls on HBO.
Yes.
Have you seen that show?
I have seen a couple episodes. I set my DVR for it the year that they won. They came out with Girls, and they won a bunch of awards that year. I was like, what is this? But I couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
It wasn't my
Your
cup of tea.
Yeah. Well, I guess I just liked it because it's very creative. Her writing is... When there's humor in there, I laugh pretty hard. I mean, it's stupid, and sometimes it's really dry, and you're like, was that a joke? Yeah, that was a joke. You know, but it's just right up my alley.
And it's on HBO?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Girls, Leah Dunham.
Lena
Dunham.
And, yeah, so I didn't jump on that bandwagon until this year, actually, like a month ago. We got the free HBO for 3 months or whatever.
Oh, very cool.
So we had all these on-demand channels and all the shows from the movie channels, and so I was like, well, I'll just check this out, and I really like the show. She's very inspiring. She's 28.
That's insane.
She's won Golden Globes. She's won the Directors Guild. I mean, she has won so much in the short time that she's been around.
Right.
You know, I kind of, in my eyes, I see her as like an overnight, and I hope that she does have staying power, because I guess my biggest drive with her is that she's not Hollywood's ideal image of a woman.
Right.
And she doesn't care, you know? She doesn't...
She's a bigger woman, but she's not huge.
No.
She's bigger than the Hollywood
standard.
Right.
And she doesn't care. And I know, like, I'm not really into looking at naked women all the time.
No.
And
I didn't think you were.
And at first you're like, wow, she gets naked in all of her episodes, but all the same, it's just that more empowering, because it kind of dissolves the whole idea of nudity, you know, being on the screen. Like, she is putting herself out there, and she doesn't care, you know?
Right.
I'm sure she's been poked and prodded at, but she just still keeps on doing it, and
they were nominated for a lot of awards this year for the Golden Globes.
And yeah, I did see that, a lot of the actresses, and I really like the show, the way that it flows together. It gets a little crazy at some points, but it's just kind of like, well, that's kind of life, though, you know, when you're trying to figure yourself out as an adult.
Right.
You go through these weird spells of craziness. So I think that's really why I like the show a lot. So.
And that's the good thing about HBO, is they can push those boundaries and be creative and a little bit crazy, I guess.
For sure.
It's kind of like FX with the Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. Every show on FX, I think,
is crazy.
A boundary crossing moment or two.
And then they have, like, FXX or...
FXX, yeah.
I haven't watched any shows on there, but I can only imagine. There's two X's in that name.
Well, that's what... Yeah, I'm not sure. I know Sons of Anarchy was playing on that for a little while. Maybe not.
No, I think it's always been on FX.
Is it just that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, my woman crush of the week is Judy Blume. Do you recognize that name?
Yes, I sure do.
As a child, you saw it on books. She's 75 now. Her first book was entitled The One in the Middle of the Green Kangaroo, which I'd never heard of. That was in 1969.
Okay.
But some of her more popular books would be Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Okay.
And Fudgerama. Those are the two that I remember. A little background on her. She received a Bachelor of Science in Education from New York University in 1961 at the age of 24, and she started writing after she had children because she had so much downtime, or not so much, but had a couple hours of downtime each day when they were napping or whatever, that she started writing.
Sure.
And then she turned that into being a stay-at-home mom into this amazing career.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, so she published her first book at 31, and as for me, growing up, Judy Blume was a name that I knew. Mm-hmm. And I hope that gets passed down to other generations.
Right.
And when I was researching who I was going to talk about this week, I was like, I really want to make sure that the girls that are kids in my life have those books. Mm-hmm. The Beverly Cleary, the Judy Blume, the Laura Ingalls Wilder, even the Babysitter's Club. I really loved those books.
Really? I never read those. I read the Little House on the Prairie, though. Mm-hmm. I loved those books.
Laura Ingalls Wilder.
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing. Mm-hmm. So, that was my woman crush of the week.
Very cool.
So, Hollywood happenings. Anything in Hollywood you want to talk about?
No. I don't think so. I haven't been there lately.
You haven't been there?
So I don't know.
I haven't either.
I haven't been to the newsstand lately either.
Oh, gotcha. You're so funny. So speaking of football, the Super Bowl is coming up. It's on February 1st.
Right.
And it's going to be held in Phoenix. The halftime show is the only reason I even pay attention to the Super Bowl.
Sure.
And this year I'm super excited. It's Katy Perry. Which I bet your daughter likes.
Oh, she loves her. I don't mind Katy Perry.
Okay. All right. And she has invited Lenny Kravitz to be in the halftime show with her, which I'm really excited about, too. I know his American Woman song. Outside of that, I don't know any of his music, but he does seem pretty awesome as a guitar player and a performer.
I always thought he was hot growing up. So.
Yeah.
He was always good looking.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
And then Mike Huckabee versus Huckabee.
Huckabee?
Huckabee. Not a P.
Huckabee.
Huckabee. He took on Jay-Z and Beyonce in his latest book, which is kind of weird. He's conservative Republican from Arkansas.
Okay.
He just quit his job on Fox News, and the rumor is he quit so that he could possibly run for president.
Okay.
That's the rumor. He has a new book out called God, Guns, Grits, and Gravy, which, conservative Republican from Arkansas, that's a perfect title. But in his book, he talks about Jay-Z and Beyonce and the provocations of Jay-Z and Beyonce, and he thinks that Jay-Z exploits Beyonce. What do you think?
I think that's her own choice.
Right.
Personally.
And he stated in his book that she's very talented, she has a great, voice, but Jay-Z is very shrewd as a businessman, and he wonders, does it occur to Jay-Z that he's crossing the line from husband to pimp the way he pushes Beyonce out there? And now people are saying that this could affect his 2016 presidential bid.
Possibly. We vote more for American Idol than we do for the President of the United States.
That is a very true statement. Very true statement. And people listening should feel bad if you vote more for American Idol than you do for the president.
Right.
I know I have friends that aren't even registered to vote, and I don't need to know if you're registered. And I'm just okay,
I'm a responsible American.
I didn't want to put you on the spot. I was like, crap, I should have discussed that with her before bringing that up. But I have friends that aren't, and then they want to sit there and complain about the state of the country. And I'm like, you didn't even vote.
Right.
And I know people argue, well, my vote doesn't count. Well, I'm going to go with the assumption that it does.
You would hope so.
If you're not even trying, you can't argue.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Right.
Is that wrong?
No.
Okay.
I think that goes closely and hand in hand with something one of my instructors always told me.
I'm not the only PB instructor.
He said there's no use in complaining if you're not going to try and fix it.
Of course.
So,
yes. That's a good point.
But I mean, I've also heard that the elections are rigged by presidential candidates that can only foot so many millions of dollars for their
There's a lot of money in presidential campaigns.
For their campaigns, and that's usually how they win. Which I hope that's not it. I don't know the source. I don't remember where I heard it. And
they supposedly have to track where all of their funds come from.
Right.
But like you pointed out prior to us recording, there's a lot of Hollywood celebrities, big-name rich people that back these politicians.
Mm-hmm. And so you just kind of have to wonder if that is how they're winning.
You never know.
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not, yeah.
Let's hope not. But I think anyways,